Kutankusumun kwa katapatamayam imanitu mampanana nutam on kusawakan ayanamawana kwa wachonana nanuyi kutankusum wachi wantamu da owahitamuwa kutankusum wahiyonya kwa nihituya.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, the World Alliance of Indigenous Peoples. It is a pleasure to be before you once again. And I just want to say that yesterday was an extremely exciting event. We hosted our International Soft Chorus International Culture Festival, and we had singers and performers and dancers from across this nation. So it was absolutely a wonderful time. And I just want to give a thank you to Queen Mother Linda Day and Eric Frazier for opening our ceremony with a wonderful tribute to George Floyd, to all the artists. Words cannot express to you how grateful we are and how you have touched so many people. We got an enormous response, and it was just absolutely overwhelming. I guess the comments were so heartfelt, and we were just able to reach out and just touch a lot of people. They were really moved. I'm going to ask right now for the World Alliance of Indigenous Peoples, the team, to come on, and Lawn Talker and Beku. How are you guys this morning?
Doing well.
How are you?
Hey, that's great. I was just telling our viewing audience of just what a fantastic time we had yesterday. And we are looking forward to seeing the Youngbloods singers. They're from the Shinnecock Nation, join us. And they will be performing shortly. So we'll be checking in with them. But do you guys have any reflections at all about yesterday?
This was, I felt, an incredible event. First time doing a virtual event of this magnitude. It was just wonderful. The number of comments that we got through Facebook and on the Zoom chat was incredible. The support from so many of our friends, so many families, so many people that we didn't know before, but who are clearly part of the SoCore family now. Just fantastic. I think that World Alliance did a really good job in pulling it together.
Wonderful. And what about you, Abeku? What was your take on yesterday?
Well, this is all new to me. First of all, this is the first time I've had the privilege and opportunity to work with the World Alliance of Indigenous People. And it's, I think, a continuation of the associations that I've made in the past through Doc Powell, who closed out the program yesterday. So I give thanks and kudos to him. I thought it was an incredible event as well. We had prepared, I think, very diligently, and yet we're still in the virtual world. So I think overall it came out very well. I was very pleased.
Yeah, I was too. It was absolutely, and you're right. Doc Powell brought a lot to the table. The energy of his drumming and drummers and the dancing was absolutely fantastic. I got so many comments. People were just amazed at the flips and the splits and the rhythmic, the musicality of the group, and just the poise and class of Doc Powell himself. He is just such a fantastic soul. And so, what about you, Ronald Lincoln? How's everything this morning?
Well, everything is fine. I was completely. I don't want to emphasize or put too much emphasis on one group because by doing that I'm kind of like diminishing the great, performances of the others. But
Right.
I have to go against what I just said. And the drummers at the end and the dancers, I had to call you up about that.
Right. Right.
Spectacular, spectacular. I was really, really, really moved. And overall, it worked well and actually better than I really anticipated because we were doing things, some of the stuff we were doing on the fly, but
Mm-hmm.
it worked out well, very, very
It
well.
really, really did. And so, just briefly, I just want to introduce. We have one more team member. She'll be coming on shortly. You guys saw her yesterday, Tiffany Trueblood. She's the vice president, and she will be leading a panel discussion this afternoon. She also will be singing for you because we can't let Tiffany come to the stage and not ask her to sing.
Of course.
But I just want to, introduce the group that's here. So Ronald Lincoln is to my left. I'm not sure where he's appearing to you guys, but he's on my left. He's at the top. He is a World Alliance of Indigenous Peoples director. And below Ron Lincoln, who is, his name is actually Strong Wolf, and below him is a Abeku, and a Abeku is our technician, but he wears many hats and he's multi-talented. So it's wonderful to have a technician. I'm telling you, hint, hint for all you organizers out there. If you're going to get a technician that's a musician. Because
Exactly.
it is wonderful to be
Two
able
in
to
one.
call him on the spot and he can pull out a saxophone or a flute,
Or
and just
screwdriver.
yeah, just bless the crowd. So very cool. We are so grateful to have you on board. And right directly underneath me is I should say like my twin soul or something. Our personalities are so in sync and so much alike. But he's actually our chief financial officer. So we put a lot of responsibility in his hands. But more importantly, what he does is that he steps up to the plate. In other words, I don't have to say something has to be done. If he sees it that it needs to be done, he's on it already, and he's on it to the point where I just look up and all of a sudden I'm getting positive feedback and responses. So you guys, I appreciate you all, and I just wanted, people will get to know you guys a little more throughout this program, but we are going to. Play a little intro about our company. And then after that, we're going to bring the Young Blood Singers on. So I know you guys are absolutely waiting for that, and
Yes,
we are
yes.
too.
Yes.
Our
So
cousin the Shinnecock.
yes, yes, yes. And
Hmm.
yes, I should say we are Montauk heavy up here, from the Montauk Nation. And, we're from the 13 tribes of Long Island. So a lot of the indigenous peoples are Montauk, Matinacock, Shinnecock, and Unkachuk that are in our family circle. And these are the performers a lot of times that we invite in to share our culture and our traditions. Today, we so happily are inviting the Yumpla singers who are from the Shinnecock Nation. So just hold on for a second, and we hope you enjoy our company preview. When I founded the World Alliance of Indigenous People, I wanted to create a company that would empower and inspire Indigenous people around the world. My name is Sadanya Flowingwater. And the World Alliance of Indigenous Peoples is a grassroots company of fine arts specialists. We serve as a conduit by which individuals can utilize their skills, their resources, and their talents to support themselves and their communities. Follow us on social media. Visit our Facebook page to learn more about our artists and upcoming events. So that's the World Alliance of Indigenous People on Facebook. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our company video, and we look so forward to introducing you guys now to the Young Blood Singers. So uh, thank you so much. I'm going to bring them on now. And here we go. Let's see if they're ready. Oh, hi, guys. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're good. We're good. I'm just so pleased to have you here to share with everybody some of our indigenous culture and traditions. And Wayne, are you there?
Right here. You see me?
Oh, all right. So,
So let me just give some energy out real quick.
yes.
Good thing is I'm here with my brothers and my nephews. I got my young nephews here. They're in the process of absorbing what we do. We're just one big family. And I'm just really glad that they're participating in what we're doing. And then my older nephews, I have my nephew, Mr. Jeff Pegram, he's the lead singer. Jeffrey Pegram's a Cherokee Indian. And then I have my nephew Canoe Benton and Smith, and he is Ojibwe, and he is the lead singer. And then I have my nephew Nikita Hane. Oh, he is just a singer. He just loves it. He's been around us ever since he was born. So, you know, and then my two nephews here, they're from South Dakota. Right, Wade boy. Yeah. And this is Eric, their dad. So this is our new addition to the family. And what I mean by really new addition to the family, we are blessed that they came through in life, and now we all have bonded together. And this is my brother Charles Sertner. He's a Shinnecock and Montauk Indian.
Hi,
He's
Charles.
actually a sound guy. And then my niece, Viola. Viola she's a singer and traditional. They didn't really see, but I got to kind of speak to him. So we have a
Quay.
And the special thing is that Eric, you know, he's modest, but I'm gonna say this: is that he comes from a positive energy. His family has held down a lot of history for a long time. So he's a great grandson of Crazy Horse, and that's the real deal. So he's a flute player. So in between songs, you know, he's gonna play a little flute. I told him y'all gonna give us, I don't know, like $3,000 or $4,000. I told him maybe $5,000, maybe $100,000. I don't know. They all showed up. So I don't know what y'all gonna give. I'm just joking, but we're gonna open the song. We'll sing a song that I think you'll enjoy, and then maybe we'll have Eric after that song play a little flute. And you know, we're just gonna do it. We're really doing this is what we normally do. So, and it's not like something special. We always sit down and sing, and we always we just get together and we have a good time. So why don't you do it?
Well, that's wonderful, and you know what? We appreciate you guys so much. We're looking forward to everything you're about to share, and so we're actually going to turn over the screen to you guys for a few hours and just sit back.
We're gonna talk about things too. Is that okay?
That's
Eric is a flute maker. He'll talk about those things. Viola is a traditionalist. She's gonna talk about some things. You know, Jeff is lead. We got two lead singers here. I'm the drum keeper, and I kind of brought all these cats together when they were babies. I'm talking about they were babies. Now they all.
Well, you know,
Eric, he's a baby. I was working with him. Now he's about. Well, I don't know if he's a baby. I think he was.
Well, it's good to keep it in the family. I tell you that.
And our drum group, Youngbloods, we're inter-nation drum, meaning we have, you know, I'm Cherokee, you know, we got Ojibwe, we got Sioux, we got Shinnecock, Montauk. It's just really cool. So it kind of brings the whole family together.
Awesome.
Wherever we go, you know, we walk in the arena, trust me, when we light it up, they're like, oh, these boys ain't playing.
Well, listen,
it's on right now.
Yeah.
We're going to kick one out, so we're going to follow.
All right. Well, we're going to let y'all do what y'all do, and then all righty?
Yep.
All right.
Make some tea. You'll get it all. This is not kind of fixed up. We're just going to be who we are. Y'all good with that? All right. Here we go. Kick it. Oh, stuff. So, you know, we're sitting here as a family. We are always happy to be together. And like I said before, what we do and how we do it, we just go with the Creator's love, and that's the most important thing. And that's how we exist together. You know, we're at my brother's house, who he has amazing energy, and he's always on the red road. He's a person that has technology behind him, and it helps us recording and having a place to come and hang out. So we're like on the point, which is like on the res. It's like the last spot. Like it's like Montauk Point. Shinnecock has a point, and so his home is this beautiful water behind us. We were gonna do it outside, but we figured we'd do it inside because of the technical support we have in this room. But I just wanted, before we sing our next song, I'm mesmerized by good energy. So my brother Eric, he's right here, and he's a flute maker. He's a really positive father. He's a dad, which is really beautiful. And his kids all love him, so now we know that, we can see it. So he's gonna talk about the flute maybe, and maybe a little about what he is doing in life, and it's not scripted up, so it's just like we're just free flowing. So Eric.
Yeah, the flute came to me when I was 9 years old in dreams. I just started having dreams of songs, and then they still to this day, it's still the same way. If I'm at a wake or a funeral or hearing someone talking, being emotional or happy, whatever it is, they're happy, and I just make a celebration song, and I can hear them in my head. And usually I play at wakes and funerals for relatives back at home on a Rosebud reservation in South Dakota, and on request, if anybody needs help, or sometimes it helps you to cry. Some men don't want to cry, and flute helps, and it's just a good medicine. And it's for, it's just something like for love, marriage, ceremonies, whatever. You can just make flute songs. So ever since I was 9 years old, it just started coming to me in dreams, and I'm glad that happened to me. Spirits gave me a gift, and I use it, and I travel all over, help people do, they need a good song, you hear a good song, and that's what the flute is for. So I was taught the story of the flute maker when I was a little boy, and listening to my aunties and my uncles talk about the flute maker. It was a love story. So I'll play you guys a good flute song. It's a song for healing. In remembrance of people that can't be here with us today, or ones that lost their families and relatives, and we always remember them with some good flute songs. And then here we go.
Oh, man, that was a tearjerker, man. Make my heart full. And you know, it's no accident that we're all here today. This is I would say that the creator kind of lays the plan out, and then it's up to us whether we're gonna follow it or not. You know, but before we sing the next song, the energy that's in this room, it's all positive. It's a great feeling to know that we all come together and we're alive. You know, I wake up in the morning, and I'm 63, and I'm like, man, you know, I wouldn't change anything. Like my whole ride to this point in life has been taking care of this drum and helping my relatives, and that's the value of helping my relatives. And Wale. He doesn't know that. We're saying that Wale song, everybody knows. Wale. So what I'm saying is, when we got the call to do this, it was kind of like, all right, what do you want us to do? And she said, we just want you guys to spend a little time with the drum and with your relatives and put some energy into it. Well, we sing that straight song. Come out, fight. Normally kicked out at first. I should have. But here's the deal. We're gonna sing another song. Like I said, this is we want you guys to get it real. Like we didn't sit down and try to like, okay, what are we gonna do today? We just wanted to be family and do what we normally do. Yeah. So we're gonna sing another song, straight song. So if you were at a powwow, like this drum group here, we've been singing a long time. So we're gonna sing another one of our songs we wrote and have some fun. So my nephews, we ready to kick it out? All right. So what I mean by that is there's 4 starts and end it on time. Sometimes we'll just kick out like maybe 8 or 9 push-ups if we're doing a either grand entry or inner trial when people feeling really good about dancing in an arena. But there's some things you guys should know, like this drum here has been a sober drum. What I mean by sober, like this grandpa, anytime we set up an arena, like none of our singers have ever come to that sit down and sing intoxicated or with substance. And that's you know, I'm the drum keeper and I stand by that. That's a principle of taking care of these ahuli, these drums. They have a life. These grandpas have a life. So we feed them and we take care of them. So my attitude since our drum group, we started like in 1974. So he wasn't even born yet, right?
I was waiting for myself.
Not way. Was he born yet? He wasn't born yet, right? So it's a long time that we've been taking care of this blessing that Creator has given us. These drums are all the indigenous people everywhere, South America, North America, Canada, the islands. That drum has always been the heart, and even the flutes and all of our instruments have been the heart of our people. The love that we connect with the Creator. So I was talking to my brother Johnny. I thought he was out here, but he had to go pick up his daughter in South Dakota. They just got there, but he said, Wayne, he said, you remember that we're doing everything for the love of the Creator. And I said, great, man. It's like we have a good time today and just give some love to the community. We don't even know who's out there in the cyberspace, but we're right here in real time. Now, before we sing the next song, the other thing that you guys should know about, well, if you probably do know, there's probably a lot of Native people out here, but you know, we don't really do this for the money. Like a lot of people, you know, you got a lot of people, they'll have contracts with powwows and stuff like that. We don't do it for the money. We sing from the heart, and the relatives should always recognize our singers. So like gas money, travel money, or we're going to get contracted singing a powwow. We always look at that money is that the drum is feeding us. It's giving us life. We have to give it life. You know, he's that grandpa that takes care of us. About taking care of us. By taking care of us, we have to take care of him. And that's something that's really, really important to know. It's really important to know that, you know, a lot of people don't know about who we are and what it takes for us to be where we are. We all have jobs, professions. There are some drum groups that they'll travel from state to state, power to power, and they make a living because they sing all the time. But they still know the same concept. And that's really important for you guys to know that, because this is part of our life. We have given a grace to be in that light. We've given a grace to be able to have this responsibility. So it is a responsibility. Our songs that we put out, some we write, some have been given to us. And I'm gonna ask my nephew that there's a special song, and it's a warrior song. It's a song that was relevant to World War II. And we lost a good man, Kenny Merrick. He was a lead singer of a drum group called Mystic River. And this is his dad's song, and it's a shell song. It's talking about never retreating from Hitler. And I think it's a warrior song. So when, you know, we have a men's traditional dance, or they're in competition, sometimes we'll sing that song. And it's just a good one. Is it? Practice volume. What is it?
Yeah, because it's kind of overpowered.
Is it overpowered?
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah, we might be a little overpowering, but you know, my brother said practice volume, so we'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, I thought you said.
So you guys want to sing that one?
That song.
The energy is blasting the speakers.
Yeah, it's about all the shows that were
But we'll bring it back with flute song after this song. If Eric might want to kick out another one.
they couldn't hit him, so the shelf.
Yeah, sells it. Yeah. You want to sing this one, boy? I'm taking my hat off because this was an elder who he's not with us right now, but he's with us. Got to. Man, that sounds like a flute coming behind that. So,
nice. Good job.
they're saying we're a little loud on the mics and the speakers and all that, but you know, this is who we are. We're trying to tone it down. It's hard to tone it down because you know, it is what it is. I hope you relatives out there can appreciate that, you know, technology. We're doing the best we can to provide a smooth sound and cool activity. But before Erica's going to play another session on the flute, I think it's important to know that, I mean, I'm narrating and stuff like that, but I think it's important to know, like, I'm going to put my nephew on blast. He's actually an Eastern war dancer, and we kind of love his energy because he comes to us. You know, we didn't have to get him and ask him. We didn't have to say, hey man, do you want to be a part of this? No, he just identified that this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to be with my uncles, or I'm going to be with my drum. And I just, you know, I get choked up because he's a real warrior. He has a job, he has responsibility, he has a beautiful dog that we love immensely. And I just want to put you on blast for a minute because we got a minute. But just tell the relatives about your direction.
My direction? All right, well.
Know who you are.
My name is Charles, last name Cause, so just like the word C-A-U-S-E. I've been following the path of medicine more than I've been following the academic path, but it's never stopped me from articulating myself well. I'm in love with the arts, you know, the arts behind music, whether it be cultural, contemporary, culinary. I love art. I love expressive passion. That the energy, the good positive energy that comes out of doing what you love and just following your passion has always inspired me to do more. I just want to generate that type of energy for my family and for the rest of the world.
Powerful. And we love you, man. We're glad that you're, you know, even my two younger nephews, they hear the dad, you know, they could be out running around, playing whatever they play. They can figure out some things to play.
Mostly beat up each other.
So
what else do you do with
your
your
tell them, tell them your name first and tell them they can see you.
You go first, okay. Go first. Don't fly.
Come on up, nephew, so you can see. So this is our youth. This is the reason why we want you guys to introduce yourself. Yeah, introduce yourself. This is why this is important, because it's all about these young people, and we're here for them. You look right into the camera, tell me your name, and tell them about what you like doing.
My name is Tokala, and I don't know what I like to do. I just do everything. Climb trees, play, I don't know.
There you go.
That's it. So
Yeah.
Tokala said he's all in. He said he like climbing trees and probably running the ocean and all kind of good stuff. But see, my heart is full because, you know, for me to be 63 and have a brand new nephew who's like just wants to live his life. Y'all feel me? So introduce yourself.
My name is Shahaz. I like to beat up my brother and be a pest. And
Being honest.
I like to be on computers and watch anime.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's real. So, you know, like I said, our hearts are full because, you know, we're down at Charles' house at the point, and the points of powerful energy on the res, and you know, we got two young nephews who are just laying it out. They're just telling what they like to do, and that's just being native. I mean, our babies are so creative. Like some days we watch them, they make up their own games. We don't know what's going on right there. They just run around with hats on and big gloves and what are y'all doing? Oh, we're playing. We gotta go. You don't even know what they're doing. So it's really cool. So I'm putting my nephew Jeffrey Pegram on blast. He's quite older. He's a man now, but he was this age when he decided he wanted to roll with us, get in the band and go to powwows. And he's an educator. He's got his degree, master's degree in education, and all kind of stuff. Works out, man. He's a gym rat, man. He's just in it. And so am I. We're trying to hang together and do good things. But Jeff, you might have to turn your head around so you can tell them a little about you.
Which camera?
This camera here.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jeff Pegram, like my Uncle Wayne said, and I've been singing for basically as long as I can remember, so it's at least 40 years or more, right?
Yeah.
And I'm as well a school teacher and educator. I've had the opportunity to travel across the whole world, and not my full lifetime, but part of my lifetime so far, right? And participate in ceremonies, meet lots of people, lots of drum brothers, sisters. I've traveled and sang with some of in our communities, the biggest drum groups in the world. Just, you know, lots of different experiences. But the main thing is the young people that are drawn to what we do. That's why we do it. Like my uncle said, it's not about money. It's not about prestige. It's about teaching. And by example, the young people come around automatically, like my uncle was saying, you don't have to ask them to come when they see that you're doing something good. It's that feeling that they just come around. So ever since I was small, I always remember young people always coming around us. And sometimes we would say, oh, you know, they're bothering us, it's a nuisance. But the elders and the medicine people said it's the young ones and the old ones that you pay attention to, not the ones in the middle, because we're all messed up in the middle still. But when you get to that elder status in your life, we say some people get old, some people become elders. From elders we learn, and from young people we learn. So that's why I do what I do. So I don't want to speak too long, but hope you appreciate it and enjoy it, because this is what we do. It's not a show. It's not a job. It's just what we do.
The new Benton, and you know, I always get choked up when I hang out with him, because when he was a youngster, he's a grass dancer. But he used to have a white maroon grass band outfit, and we used to have great conversation when he was like little. He used to come over by the drum, and he see something happen bad in like the outskirts, and he'd come and confront me like in depth, like, "Uncle, like, why did that man punch him in the face? That wasn't nice." I said, "No, it wasn't. That's the wrong thing to do, right?" I'm like, "Yep." And he would be that philosopher like back then, and he just, as he matured into a grown man, he holds that same creed. We still have those same personal conversations, and I've always cherished that with Gnu, because our energy together is kind of it's unique. I learned so much from him, and I hope he learned from me. And I'm actually one of his spirit fathers. When he went through this coming of age ceremony, and I get emotional when I think about it, because he sat in that lodge by himself up on the hill, and he prayed, and he went to church, he sang, even though he was a Ojibwe, and he did these things to become into that manhood. And I admire that. So Gnu, you want to just put you on blast too. This is Gnu.
Abojo Mukide Gnu, Indigenous Cause Gigun and Odem, Anishinaabe, Madewan and Al. Again, my name is Gnu Benton. My whole name is Mukide Gnu, and what that means is a black golden eagle. And I was given that name by my father, Eddie Benton Benet. And my clan is the Bullhead Catfish, and they're to be the thinkers and the chieftains of the water clans. And I am also a Madewan man. We are of the water drum and longhouse ceremony Ojibwe people. I moved out to Long Island when I was about 8 years old. My mom had remarried to a Shinnecock man, and called Long Island and Shinnecock my home ever since. And I think I was about these young guys' age, and that's when I started coming around Youngblood singers and my Uncle Wayne here, and immediately with his good spirit, just taking me in, because he had such a great love for my mom and my dad and their union. And he actually married my parents the traditional way through the pipe, and created that vow for them. And it's through that relationship and that bond that we've stayed so close together. And I chose him to be what we call our sponsors, people who are going to be looking after you for the rest of your life, and people that you go to for advice. So in a way, they're godparents. So that's the way we explain it, that they're, in Ojibwe, that word is we'e. And what that really means is somebody who is you, but not you. Somebody who is of your spirit and sharing with you in your life, but they're separate from you. And Wayne just always carried himself with that good, loving compassion towards everybody. He's got about 30 kids altogether, proverbial kids, just including myself, Jeff, everybody who was up and coming on this, sitting around this drum has become one of his kids.
I'm his kid too.
It's one of those things in Indian culture that's very important. People don't understand sometimes that dynamic of, in English it's called adopting. Somebody who takes you in as their own and looks after you, looks after your family, looks after your kids, and it is there and puts that total commitment. And we do that with one another. We may have our ups and our downs and whatever, but we always are there. And blood is not always family. That's a true example. Well, family's not always blood, I should say. We there are people who are our blood and we're not close to, and there's people who we've grown to attach ourselves to because of a greater, deeper meaning in this life.
Lightning tongues split the air. Our war cries say, we are still here. We are still here. We are still